Bam, we're live. Good morning. Jeremy World, can we have an episode in review show where Greg breaks down last night's episode? Oh, that's a cool picture of you, by the way. Damn, look at your back and your quads. I'm more of a Zionist than ever after last night. I thought that I do like that guy, but I'm more convinced. He convinced me more than ever. Um, he convinced me more than ever that the Jews, like he convinced me more than ever that the Jews need to completely now take a bulldozer and empty Palestine and find new homes for those people. I fell asleep. Who else is Jewish or a spy as of last night? Yeah, you can't. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't. There were a couple. I really enjoyed him. I did like him, but there were things that were just the fact that he was so certain that they didn't torture people, bullshit. The fact that the Jews killed more of their own people than Hamas did during October 7th, I bullshit. There were just some things that were just like if I had to bet money, I bet the other way every single time. When I asked what about these countries that their charter is to kill all Jews, he said, "Well, do you blame them?" It's a no, I don't. And the argument that if that was happening to Jews, the world would be up in arms. Um, as opposed to if it's happening to Palestinians, not true either. Bad shit happens to Jews all the time, and no one gives a fuck. There were just some things that were just too emotionally charged and not factual that I was like, all right, like I'm siding with the 12 million people who only have one tiny piece of land, and they get to clean out a little bit of the area around it. It's just the way it is. Like it's just I'm team Zionist, I guess. I don't know. I think that they'd get their own country, and that he was saying that they have different rights than other people in who are in their country. That's like the only country that doesn't do that is the United States. You're Mexican, you get different rights than Mexican. It was just all there's too many things like that, but that's okay. I mean, I still like the guy, and I think that a lot of what he said was interesting, but no. What the thing that's interesting, I thought about him is if you think about a perspective, he has like this like 10,000-foot view at all times that he's very knowledgeable in. But a few times I tried to take us up to like maybe the 50 or 60 or 100,000-foot view, and he just doesn't want to go up there. I think that's a special skill to like zoom in and out. And an example, the example would be like to go to the 100,000-foot view. Someone at the 10,000-foot view might be like, "Hey, that's bullshit. You can't kick people out of their homes." And someone at the 100,000-foot view is like, "Yeah, but you kick them out of their homes, and in 2 years they're in better homes with a better life, and things are happening better for them." And it's like, just see the big picture. I mean, you can't prove I'm not suggesting what I'm saying is true, but I'm giving you an example of the difference in views, and some people just cannot go bigger picture. So, so it is what it is. But he but uh I think he adds great value to humanity, all the Epstein shit and all that stuff that he knows about, and 9/11 and JFK, and like, yeah, that shit's like yeah, I want to know all about that stuff. Shit he said about Hillary Clinton was crazy. Crazy. I don't believe that either, by the way. I don't believe that. That's fucking bizarro world. I don't think he's lying. I just can't. I don't believe in Jesus, and I don't believe someone wears 2 sets of pantyhose to make their pussy smell more so that when someone eats them out, they get off on it. That's nuts. Yes, that's correct, Mason. Only Sevon has that ability. Big picture guy. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he laughed off Big Mike. Yeah. He doesn't that's what's kind of cool about him. The preposterous he's sober, right? Some things are just preposterous to him. Like he's pretty sober on the 9/11 shit. Oh, I like that. I need a shirt. Big Sevon has big picture energy. The Sevon podcast, big picture energy. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, Joe, when you get older, you could switch out that police hat or whatever that hat is, and you could have like a cat sitting there, like when you're an old lady. You know what I mean? Or a yarn with knitting needles. Sevon can barely see the 5 foot view, let alone the 50,000 foot view. Hmm. Grant is overcompensating this morning. Everyone buy your paper street coffee or get ass pounded. All right. Greg's coming on today, I think. It'll be interesting to see. He was at the French Throwdown. That'll be interesting to see. Oh, did I send him a link? Did I forget to send him a link? Oh. Oh, he said he got stuck away from the house, headed home now. Oh. Oh, maybe he's not coming home for a while. Okay. No stress. All right. So it's just us. Let me see. Do I have any notes? Nope. No notes. I just sit here. Nothing prepared. 4% of the world's population, that's the United States of America, generates 75% of the pharmaceutical revenue. What does that mean? That means that we don't consume 75% of the pharmaceuticals on the planet, but we are 75% of the pharmaceutical revenue. I guess that's an important distinction. I wonder if Pat Lange has the ability to make that distinction. We were arguing the other day about some numbers. He was frustrated that RFK's numbers were off, and it was so irrelevant. It was like me telling you if I lived in a $10 million house or a $12 million house, and he's like, "It's not 12 million. It's only 10." It's like, "Hey, dude, like you worry about the weirdest shit. That $2 million means nothing and commensurate to the ability for either you or I to buy that house. It's completely it's completely it's completely irrelevant. It was something about like I can't remember what we were arguing about. I can't remember if it was like the autism rates that it went from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 32 versus 1 in 28, or it's so bizarre how he gets caught up, how some people, it's not just Pat, a lot of people get caught up in that stuff. Like, hey, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, was Pat tripping on the plane thing again? Is it I saw someone in the comments, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye yesterday, that someone in the comments was like, Trump's being bribed. Imagine someone offers you something and then you haven't even said yes, you're gonna take it or not, and then someone just right away is like, you're being bribed. That's what I mean. He reads into everything. I mean, a lot of people do. I had a humbling moment yesterday. Very humbling moment yesterday. I am such a judgmental fuck. I'm so judgmental, especially of all the parents, the other parents around me. I'm so judgmental of all the things that I'm so judgmental of other parents. And I was in jujitsu the other day, and there's this long couch that seats like, it's like a bench. It's not even a couch. It's this custom made bench that has this padding on it, and it seats probably 12 people, right? And it's all the parents like just pile in there, squeeze in there real tight. And this dude walks in with his son to watch his other son do jujitsu, and there's like 15 minutes left in class. And I'm sitting on one end of the bench, and I can see 10, 12, 15 feet down at the other end of the bench that there's a spot open there. But some dipshit has something on the spot, right? So this is such a fucked up story. So there's me and then 10 parents lined up next to me and then one open spot, and I can see there's some stuff on the seat, on the couch there, like someone's belongings, some asshole. And I'm looking down there and I'm like, and I assume it's the lady there's a lady down at that end, right? And I've already judged the fuck out of this lady for all this shit she does. So I assume it's her shit. I assume it's her shit. And that she's not moving it so this fucking guy can sit down who came in with his son. So I'm sitting there and I'm fucking like going through my nicotine withdrawals and just festering, right? I'm just festering. I was probably rubbing my forehead and shit, like rubbing my pimple. Finally, I get up and I walk down there because I'm gonna move the shit. I'm gonna move. No, no, David, I'm not a bitch like you. I fucking take matters into my own hands. And I walk down there and I look and I'm gonna grab this shit and move it, right? So this guy can sit down with this kid. And guess what? It's my kid's shit. It's my kids' because my kids take 2 classes there back to back, 1 hour and then another hour. And one of my kids had set there. In the first class, there's no one there. There's like no parents for the first one. And it was my kid had set his shit there, like a sweater, Argyle sweater, and like this watch he has. And I'm like, oh, I just thought for a second, oh, I'm the douche. It's me. It's me who didn't teach my kid. I was and for like 20 seconds I started thinking, wow, I might not be perfect. Then I got over it eventually. I got over it. But for like 20 seconds I was like, wow, I'm not perfect. I was tripping. And then I just went and sat back down and started just rubbing my pimple. I can't believe I haven't rubbed a hole in my forehead. The boys, you know what the boys gave me feedback in the locker room. They said I have to stop touching my face. They said during my show, I'm touching my face so much, I look like Brian Friend. I guess Brian rubs his forehead. They said I look like Brian. I ignored them. There's some, like when someone gives you feedback and you just ignore them, like you're either gonna say it was like fighting words. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be like, "Hey, dude, you're too fidgety with your hands," but then to be like, "Hey, you're too fidgety with your hands. You're acting like Brian." I was like, "How about fuck you? How about I come to your house and fuck you in your ass?" Speaking of fucking in the ass, I don't know why I'd never thought of this before. I saw a post the other day that if you have anal sex more than, once a week, that it will cause you to be incontinent. First of all, I think if you have anal sex more than once in your life, you're fucking disgusting. Like like, truly, like, if you have any interest in the Cheerio, I think something's wrong with you. Like, and even remotely interested. And, but, of course you're gonna be incontinent. Oh, I'm fucked, I guess. Yeah. Are you incontinent? You think you get pounded more in the butt more than once a week, Joe? He doth protest too much. Um, I, here we go. Shit talking, the Cheerio. Listen, it's not that I'm shit talking the Cheerio, it's the, not the Cheerio itself. I'm shit talking the perception of the Cheerio. Barclay, Tyler, Taylor, and Bryson are fucked too. Oh, everyone's catching strays. uh, anyway, you shouldn't mess with your Cheerio. You'll regret it. You'll regret it. If you were to damage the seal on your butthole, you'll regret it. There'll be no amount of pleasure obtained from getting pounded in your anus that will compensate. You like let's say in your from when you're 20 to when you're 24, you let someone just rail your anus like 4 times a week. And then when you're 24, it's leaking, right? You're not going to be like, "Hey, it was worth it." It's not like that. You'll be like, "Fuck, what was I thinking?" You know what I mean? You're not going to be yeah, gross. I know. It's disgusting. It's completely disgusting. It's completely disgusting. Anything poop related is disgusting. But it won't be worth it. Even if for some reason you get some sort of pleasure from it, it's not worth it. It's like if you drank a Coke every single day, it's just not worth it. Even if you like the taste of Coke, even though Coke is is gross. But Coke is drinking Coke is like butt sex. Not Diet Coke. Diet Coke is the vagina. CrossFit Games during the first stop of our Road to the Game series, Colton Mertens. Why don't I have Colton on? I forgot that this show I'm supposed to interview athletes, I think. I forgot that I do that. I've pivoted to Jew haters and and women in a live birth. This is like a live birthing show. I should have Colton on. Colton's probably one of the few athletes that will still come on. Here we go. Oh shit, my audio doesn't work. Of course my audio doesn't work. I bet you this is really good with audio. Damn, Colton's getting younger. Well, no audio. Why hasn't anyone told me how to fix this? Oh, and Seema, I saw your comment yesterday. You're a dipshit. You're a fucking a knucklehead. Um, see what happens, Sevon. When all you do is regurgitate Greg's talking points. No, Seema, I don't understand what I don't understand what happens. I understand what happens when I'm like, so you're against killing kids. What about the Yemen and Iran wanting to kill all the Israelis? And all of a sudden, it's like, well, do you blame them? That's what I saw. I saw, wow, I'm good. And I see your big old tits when I close my eyes. Oh, I had a dream last night that was kind of crazy. I wish your tits would have been in there, Seema, but they weren't. Um, I had this dream. It was me. It was weird. It was me and Haley. I'm one of those people. I don't usually remember my dreams, unfortunately. So that's why I'm one of those people. Like when I have a dream, I got to tell you. So here it is. I was with Dale, Saran, Greg, and me and Haley. I don't know where we were, but I had this cardboard box full of mice that we had all caught and we had to get rid of. We had to throw it away. And uh I was in charge of throwing the mice away. And so we're all looking at them and we're like, yeah, you got to throw these away. They were like rodents we caught to I don't know where we were. We were like living together in a house or something and they had to go. And then I opened the box to look at the mice and there was a dog in there. It was a big dog, even though the cardboard box was little, so I don't know, I don't understand how that worked. I mean, shit, it's my dream. There's a big dog in a little cardboard box with a bunch of mice. So, I leave Greg and Dale, and I'm with Haley, and when I'm walking to go throw this dog away and these mice, and I start crying, and Haley's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "I can't throw the fucking dog away. Can't throw a dog away." I didn't even wanna throw the mice away. So, I took the dog out and I kept the dog, and then I didn't e and then I let the mice go outside, and I remember thinking it was like it was fucked, it wasn't even a door, it was like a garage door. I opened a garage door, and then I just poured the mice out onto the driveway, and they scampered away, and then I kept the dog. I even remember what the dog looks like. And then I woke up and I was crying, and I was crying. 'Cause you said they teach Death to America in Iran, and it's Yemen, you dipshit. No, no, I didn't actually, miss, Sweet Tits, Miss Super Jugs, Miss, yeah, that's it, that's good. Miss Sweet Tits. That's not what I said. Um, I said it was part of the charter in Iran, which it is, and he said, "You mean Yemen," and I just let him go. I'm not gonna correct him on fucking everything, but it's also Iran has a Death to America and Death to Israel. You're like Pat Lang. It's like you think that there's, oh, so I was off by it if it's death to America or death to Israel, which I'm not. But even if I was, it's completely irrelevant to the point I was making. Completely irrelevant. But anyway, that's what I was referring to. And instead of him saying he had a chance to say, yeah, wanting to kill all people is wrong because that's his a moral high ground that he stands on, he instead said, well, do you blame them? And then I, in return, was like, "Well, there we go. That's the problem. They both see it the same way." So, so there. So if I'm a dipshit, then you're sweet tits. No, that's not fair. Not fair. And I already explained. I already explained. And by the way, I've traveled that area way more, I'm sure, than either you have or your dad has or Mr. Dawson has. And I even gave you guys the example that when you land in the airport in fucking Lebanon, it says if your is a passport is stamped Israeli, you get booted. And I also told the story of when I was making that movie in Egypt and they booted the Jew. I was see, that's the thing, I wasn't no tits for you until you stopped defending dudes on roids smashing whoever they listen, I was not defending him. I was not defending him. You probably think I'm defending the Cheerio you know what I am defending? I'm defending the Cheerio. I don't want anyone putting a penis, penetrating the barriers, the, O-ring of the Cheerio. That's what I'm defending. There's one good point that he made the entire show that's like that was like that got me like thinking. There was one thing. There was one thing. And I've heard I was talking to Suze about this too. Patrick Bet David talks about it, and my dad talks about it, and anyone who is in the Middle East talks about it. The Middle East used to be a really cool place. And something happened. Like it was like cool. It was like Venice Beach cool. The the women weren't covered, fashion was big, the country was flourishing. Something happened over there in Lebanon and Iran and all those countries, like, and Dawson was saying it was because the West was putting fucking claims that they put in religious fucking psychopaths in power and that they want it that way. Jan Clark, I'm a half hour into last night's show. Is it worth continuing? Only if you have an IQ over 70. If not, scratch it, throw it away. So, yeah, I don't. It's weird. You say, yeah, radical. is Muslims took over. I think they're all radical. But it's weird. All the religious people. I don't know who's weirder, the religious people or the people who don't have religion, because then they have no order in their life and they're just fucking angry. Um, yeah, this question stresses me out. When are you flying into Knoxville? God, that stresses me out. Man, that stresses. I think Wednesday. I think Wednesday. I ho I hope it's not a week from this Wednesday. I really don't wanna go there. Really don't wanna go. I really, 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 really don't wanna go. The whole saving grace of the trip, the entire saving grace of the trip is when I get to the airport, Sousa will be there. So I'm assuming I get to sit next to him on the plane, and I'm like a little kid. I think that's gonna be fun. And then Wednesday night we'll go to the hotel, and then or Wednesday when we land, we'll go to the hotel, and then hopefully from there we'll go to the venue and we'll get a look at it. And then Thursday, all day Thursday, we'll be setting up, and and then Friday morning we'll pretend like we know what we're doing and start the live stream. I'm so curious how it's gonna go. That part I'm excited about. I'm gonna get to. I'm excited to see Bill Grunler. Bill and John are doing the commentating. Sousa keeps saying I'm doing it too. I'm like in denial. I'm sure once it starts, everything will be chill. And then I'm excited to see Wilson, and hopefully JR's there. Everyone will be there. It'll be cool to see Bryson and Taylor. We're gonna try some cool shit. Like we got this wireless camera where Bryson and Taylor, like during the show, we can be doing like they can be just be interviewing people just all over the field. Like it won't be like I don't think it's gonna be dry at all. Like how all the fucking all sporting events are so dry. There's like just nothing to them. And so hopefully they'll if everything works, Taylor will be down field side, and like he'll be in the warm up area, and he'll be cruising around with the camera and good audio, and he can be talking to people. Hopefully it has that flavor of like what we did at Crash. I really don't want it to be anything like the games or the Big W. I hope it feels more like a documentary, like a live documentary being filmed. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, great. Wireless works great when an arena fills up with people. Great. Now I'm feeling very confident. Thank you. You mean like if you add 1,000 cell phones to the mix? And then and then the good news is after Syndicate, then we come home and I'm only home for 2 days, and then it's off to then I go to Sacramento for the Ben Alderman Blair Witch Show project, and hopefully that um that'll be our second time using the equipment. That one's gonna have its own challenges, but that one I get to drive to, and then when that's over, I get to come home to my kids, and I really hope by then, what I'm really hoping, and I have no idea if this is true or not, but what I'm really hoping is that Greg's back from Europe, and he's like, "Hey, you wanna come to my house in Idaho?" And then I take my whole family up there, and we swim in the lake for a month. That's kinda what that's my life. That sucks I can't play that, Colt Mertens video. I can't even hear it. Have you guys listened to that yet? Is it any good? Yeah, and I don't know. I assume I'm going to Albany. It depends on if CrossFit's gonna let I'm not gonna go to Albany. Well, yeah. Sarah got a box in Albany. And the box in Albany is on the field. She has 12 seats that are just right on the field of play in Albany. It's a trip. The boxes are, you know how normally boxes are up high? They're on the field. Those California Peptides um got a box right on the field that seats 12 people, and she told me the other day, she's like, "I'm only bringing 2 people, so you can put 10 other people in there if you want." And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I know 10 cool people. I guess I could put Colton's dad in there. That would be kinda cool. But I guess if I guess if CrossFit says I can't go, then I wanted to go, I could just go and sit in her box. Um, no, they can't. They have to be really cool people because, like, I don't wanna put Sarah with someone who's like a douche. You know what I mean? Being cool is hard. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be cool, but and also easygoing, but also chill in yourself, but also fun, but also, Colton beats, Matt Fraser's time. Oh, Fran time. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wanna see that. That sucks I can't play it. Is it on YouTube also? Could I play a full YouTube version of that? Is it on YouTube CrossFit Games? They're doing the Road to the Games again this year. I think Ian, oh shit, there it is. I think Ian Wittenberg, is filming it. I think Ian's the, only guy ever, until the fucking, until 2018 or 19 when 2019 to 2020, whenever it was, until I had to fire the whole media team. Ian was the only guy ever fired who worked it. My first workout. That's kinda crazy, right? He was such a good he's so talented. It was so weird having to fire him. So very talented and a very hard worker. So talented and such a hard worker. Crazy. So I guess he's making these again. Yeah, I had to call him into the office and be like, "Sorry, buddy, you're gone. You're toast. I'm unable to lead you. I have failed you." My first workout of the day was Friendly Fran, 3 rounds of 21 thrusters at 115 pounds and 21 chest bar pull-ups. Obviously a version of maybe the most famous CrossFit benchmark, Fran. And it was done at the 2020 online CrossFit Games. So what the workout is really known for is just how much faster Matt Fraser went than everybody else on that. He did it in 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and second place was Noah Olson at like 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So for Matt to beat everybody in the field by 47 seconds on a workout that is under 4 minutes, it may be one of the most dominant performances that has ever happened in the sport. Holy shit, this is good. Holy shit, this is crazy. Holy shit. Have the boys seen this? Holy shit. Oh, yeah, they have. Wow. Oh, the reviews are in. Taylor says, "This video is so good, I wanna suck my own dick." Wow. Oh, but he says he doesn't have to. Bryson will suck it for him. That's crazy. That's good, right? Wow. That's a hell of a review. I'm gonna watch that before ooh, I still got uh little chills in my back. That's cool. I think I'm gonna save that before I work out today. Before I like I'm gonna go for a PR and a thruster. I'm gonna do like a 95-pound thruster or something. Damn. Yeah, his gym looks good. He's got a fucking kayak in his gym. Why the fuck does he have a kayak? Oh, he must be getting ready for some games bullshit. Oh man. No, I'm not playing the video. You guys go watch it. Give the views to CrossFit. I don't need to watch it. You guys you guys go watch it over at CrossFit. Yeah, wow, the boys are loving this. This is great. Amazing. Some fucking dork wrote "Let's go." I can't tell who wrote that. I hate that. It just makes me think of Nike. Let's go. I think of Gee when I see that. Just cheese dick. Old school games media feeling. They knocked it out of the park. I read, I want to suck my own dick so bad. Bryson will suck it for me. These are all the reviews coming in on the video. I'm not supposed to, ever you can get in big trouble sharing stuff in the thread, but, I'm making an executive decision to share this stuff. Uh, I think, uh I think Taylor's supposed to say I think the line is, "I wanna run through a brick wall, not I wanna suck my own dick," but he's different. He's built different, you know what I mean? He's built different. You're supposed to watch, like, a video like this and yeah, wow, Colton's a G. I guess he does it pretty fast because 'cause I'm 41 seconds into the video, and the video is only 4 minutes and 5 seconds long, and, so that means he probably beat Fraser's time. I bet you this is almost as good as wow, the comments are crazy. I bet you this is almost as good as Hiller's video with Hip and Steel. When I spoke to Hiller when he was driving home from Hip and Steel's house, he asked me if I could if I could squat 205. So yesterday I squatted 210. I think I could do more. My back hated it. I don't think I don't think I enjoy squatting. I don't enjoy I don't enjoy heavy squatting. I don't enjoy back squatting. I don't mind front squatting. I don't enjoy back squatting at all. The barbell spin flag ties the gym together nicely. Oh, is that what, I see the no rep. I don't see the spin. I don't see your flag. What are you talking about? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. Okay. I see. Upper left-hand corner. Yeah, that is very nice. You're right. Very nice. Nice. God, that place is huge. That he built that. He, like, poured the foundation and built the walls, and that's, like, his that's crazy. That's so crazy he did that. I didn't think you thought Hip and Steel was a weird dude? I thought he was kinda, like, normal weird. He's not that weird. He's just he's normal weird. You're gonna be like that too when you're old. When you're old, you start doing weird shit. I gave up squats 2 years ago. I missed them awfully. Oh, your knees? You know what is interesting, what I experienced yesterday, which I haven't experienced before when I was squatting barefoot, of course, and I felt some, the placement of my foot wasn't ideal for when I was squatting. I could feel my feet wanting to move out, but I resisted it, and I felt a little bit of pain's too strong of a word, but I felt something in my ankles, and I was like, "Oh, it's been so long since I've, like, back squatted heavy. I better find, my foot position better." There was, like, I don't know if it's torque or what, but the way my leg was rotating and pivoting at where my calf attaches to my foot, that ankle area, there was some weird tension going on there. I was like, "Alright." Not really an ankle niggle, but, yeah, something I better be careful. Sevon, thoughts on, JDM versus Isla oh, and you know what else is weird? I never come forward, when I do any lifting. Very rarely do I come forward. Like, snatching or squat cleans or front squats. Like, I'm so upright. But when I was back squatting, a few times I came forward. That was really foreign to me. That was weird. I think I'm a low bar I think I'm a I think I'm a low bar back squat guy too. I'm not a high bar. I put the bar low. Jack Della Maddalena is going to absolutely destroy Islam. And here's why. I know that's crazy to say. Um, Something has happened to the fighters. Like, there's been an evolution, and Jack and Ilya are that evolution. Something's happened. I'm so embarrassed. I had no idea Jack was as good as he was. Did you know? I mean, he was a pure martial artist, in there. A few times he let Bilal know. Did you see that a few times? There's 2 or 3 times when he's like, "Hey, dude, you like, I'm not just a," like, when I think of Jack, I think of him as kinda like a 1950s pugilist. I thought it was just he was just a anomaly. I thought he was kind of like a throwback fighter that somehow had slipped through the 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 ranks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's pretty stupid. I just thought, wow, not that he was lucky that he won 18 in a row, but just that. But there's clearly something the people Jack's fighting when they're in the ring with him that they feel that we don't necessarily see. Okay, that I don't see. They feel something from him. Bilal felt it, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, Bilal was kind of frozen. Bilal didn't do takedowns. Bilal didn't." They're same with Gilbert Burns, dude. Those wrestlers and those jujitsu guys feel something from him when they go in there. There's some look that Jack's giving them that they're like, "Oh fuck." And when they get hit by him, they don't like it. I think the commentators were describing it is that he punches from such a low spot. I guess the way his stance is that he makes it so you can't take him down. He's got some nuance in his stance from his striking style before he throws that makes it so it's not conducive to taking him down for most wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys. I don't know what it is. I need to pay attention more. We'll get him on the show and we'll ask him. But something's but he's not it Islam's not gonna it's not gonna be like Khabib taking Connor down and holding him down. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, oh fuck. And hey, here's another thing. Jack's a big dude, and you didn't realize it until you saw him in there with Bilal. He's I don't know if he got on the juicy or what, but his body looked like uh he's a beast. No, Islam is not gonna take him. Hey, dude, nuh-uh. Those days are over, dude. He ain't taking Topuria down either, dude. Maybe Topuria, because Topuria might be too little for him. But I'm telling you, he's not taking Jack down. Islam's gonna go in there and it's gonna be like, oh. Hey, and maybe it's the Craig Jones phenomenon. Hey, listen, if Islam can't fucking beat fucking Volkanovski, then he sure as fuck ain't beating Jack. Because Jack probably hits twice as hard as Volkanovski. Oh, wait, lose listeners talking about fighting. Oh, you're crazy. Ilya will not be. You think? Hey, let me just say this one more thing. Let me say this, David. Let me just throw this out to you. Did you see Andrade fight this weekend? Jessica Andrade. She fought that. I forget the chick's name. But anyway, Jessica Andrade is a 115-pound fighter, and she's a great fighter, but she went up to 125 and she got the snot beat out of her. That's what's going to happen to that's what Islam's going to do to Ilya, and that's what Jack's going to do to Islam. Those 10 pounds matter. Yeah, he's gonna kill Islam. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna show the importance of weight classes. I don't it did Lauren Khalil do Ozempic. Did the Khaleesi do Ozempic? Here's the problem, man. If you know any women, oh, oh shit. Wow. Wow. My wife just texted me and she goes, "You did not call Seema a dipshit." Like, I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble because I called Seema. But then my wife goes, "Oh, you redeemed herself telling her you wish her boobs were in your dream." Yeah, it's balance. It's balance. I love Seema. Balance. But sometimes people gotta be slapped around, babe. You know, you need to be slapped around a little bit sometimes. Everyone likes to if I don't slap you around a little bit, then then you probably never gonna have an orgasm. You gotta get slapped around a little. Okay. That was just a little commentary on, yeah, shit sandwich. Yeah. Don't bite the tits that feed you. Okay. So here's the thing. Uh, if you hang out with, uh, if you I know I almost got in trouble, Seema. My wife jumped in to defend you. It's crazy. She was like, "Oh, no, you didn't call Seema a dipshit." But then, yeah, complimented the titties. Yeah, my wife's cool. You're cool. Your titties are cool. If you hang out with women, all women think that all women are on Ozempic. So, like, the women I hang out with, any girl that loses, because I'm with the mom squad all the time, and any woman, like, if a woman in the group loses weight, when she gets up to go to the bathroom, the other 4 girls are like, "Oh my god, she's, like, on Ozempic, I'm sure." So, um, I don't know I don't know what to, I don't know if she is or if she isn't. I mean, she got all sorts of shit going on, right? She got, like, that red mark on her chin from, like, too much waxing, and her eyebrows are too perfect, and she doesn't have a single wrinkle, and she just looks like it's, like, all too perfect. So, and I don't maybe that's, like, peptides are the gateway drug into steroids, so maybe, like, the Botox she's doing is a gateway into Ozempic, or I don't or Miss, the Khaleesi say she got hair extensions? Like, all of those, I don't know how much of that you do before you're just, like, doing Ozempic, I don't know. But I thought she looked great, like, I thought she looked great, I think she needs a few more wrinkles. I don't know if she's doing Botox or what. She looks a little too smooth to me. I don't know. But other than that, I like her thick and plump too, with the big old titties and, like, falling out. I would choose different clothes for her when she gets that big than what she wears, but, I would choose more, like, skirts, tennis skirts and shit, um but yeah, she just seems like, she's a pretty lady, yeah, I agree. The only criticism I have for her, it's not even criticism, I like her, but the only feedback I would give her is, when I'm, like, lurking in the shadows of her, show, um, which I watch religiously, uh, for she I'm trying to think of how to word this. For every You can't have 5 reasons you don't like guys and 1 reason you like guys. It has to be the inversion of that. So for every 5 things she doesn't like, there's 1 thing she does like, and it's like a imbalance. She's never gonna It's, like, so obvious why she's never gonna find a guy. Like, you can't have any of those things. Like, who cares? Just find a guy and just let him just rail you, and just, like, all the idiosyncrasies she has about texting, or how long it takes to ask someone out, or who asks who out, or this or that. It's like, there's just too much. It's just too much going on. Sometimes I think, oh, she just talks about that to fill the time on the show, so I kind of give her a pass. But, like, for guys, it's so easy because, like, we're just like, okay, it has a heartbeat, and yep, a vagina, good to go. And all of us guys know guys who it's not like that, and they're fucked. They always end up marrying, like, they don't have any steady girlfriends for the longest time. They're usually good-looking guys, and then, when they get, older, they end up marrying some dumb bitch. But occasionally, you'll come across a guy who's always looking for something that's, like, wrong in a girl, to, like, sabotage the relationship. It's weird. I would just saw Haley, and I was like, I remember seeing her. I just remember, damn, those tits are crazy. I wanna see those. And we've been together for over 20 years. Oh, thank you, Matt. Yeah, I think that's just a fair entry point. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I think that's totally like, oh, that's you. Like you're the good looking dude who sabotages or what did she say when she first saw you? I can't rem I can't remember exactly, but she had come over to my house with her friend because her friend liked my housemate. And I think I I think I went to the liquor store and I got a bottle of wine and it was in a brown bag. And then I came back and she was in the garage with where my friend lived. My friend lived in the garage. And I looked at her and I'm like, "Hey, I got a bottle of wine. You want to come to this party with me?" And like I was barefoot and in cords and shit and long hair. And she's like, "No." I think she said no. And then afterwards I asked her about it and she said, she kind of wanted to go. She was I think that's what.
Good morning.
And then 5 years later I railed her. I actually, well, that's crazy. I just realized something, Greg. The
Yeah,
first the first time I met Haley, I met her in the garage at my house in college.
yeah.
And 5 years later, I fucked her in her garage at her house.
Well, that sounds like fun.
That's crazy, right? Yeah, there was a mattress in her garage. We did it in a mattress in her garage.
I don't know.
College.
The
That's
mattress
college.
ruins the mattress. Hurts the
I was shaking like a
Sorry,
leaf.
bud.
No, it's okay. It was good. It was I was just reminiscing my relationship with Haley. I was shaking like a leaf when I banged her. It was crazy. I don't even know why. I was so excited. All 18 seconds of it. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me guess. I recognize that. You're in France.
I am. Feel like I've moved here.
Hey, have you drank any wine since you're there? I know you're not a wine drinker. Have you had any
Yeah.
though? Just you did.
Yeah.
Just like a little sip here and there, just sampling shit.
It's some stops. It's not optional.
Any like gotten any? Oh, really? Meaning,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
it's served with lunch.
Well, I was hanging with the CrossFit Louvre boys, and they're sharing the bed. We went to a winery, and what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I had vodka, but I also had to have some wine.
Any white wine or just red wine?
I haven't done the white wine thing.
That
but
will
I
make
told you about my experience in Croatia with the absolutely outstanding white wine.
Right.
Drier than almost any red.
Yeah, I like dry wine.
I do too. But for me, in my experience with white wine, is that I'm not all that fond of the women that drink it, and
It's
it
usually
tends to be too sweet.
Yeah. You had any headache? Have you drank enough to get like a headache or anything while you're there?
No,
No. More just like do as they do while you're in France.
Yeah, I mean we're almost an entity into ourselves. We got the family of 7 and a nanny, and a security guy or 2. Hey, there was a woman that came as close to being kidnapped as you can this morning in Paris.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I was going to just send it to you.
I saw the video. They
Hey,
tried to
did you
kidnap
see
her and
the
her
video?
daughter, right?
Yep, 2-year-old.
Yep. Hey, and people are just standing around watching.
No, I did. I think one of the terrorists dropped a gun, and I think a bystander picked it up, and I think it discharged.
Oh, and then I saw someone throw a fire extinguisher at the car.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But for a while, there's a half dozen people just kind of in the periphery watching. I'm starting to become anti-immigrant. Like, hey, I'm happy with the ones that are here, like my family, and some of the Mexicans in town. And other than that, like, I'm good.
If you value your culture, and that includes your politics and your freedoms and your standard of living and life expectancy and educational opportunities, you also have to believe in controlled immigration, or you're just fucking stupid, which is most of it. Most liberals are just dumb.
If you touch someone's 2-year-old, you should expect something horrible to happen to you. If you try to take someone's 2-year-old, you should expect something horrible to happen to you and all your family, everyone nearby.
I wasn't sure what the need was coming here for a security team,
Yeah.
but it's profound.
Like now you get it.
Now there's been 3 fucking crazy kidnappings since I've been here.
Does that shit happen in the US?
I don't think so. Dude, the French weren't getting leads. I think I told you this on the guy that got his finger cut off. And so they asked the kidnappers if they could send 100,000 good faith in crypto while they arranged the rest. And NSA helped them trace it to a phone. They were actually real-time watched the money go down the pipe.
I don't know the story. Is this recent? Tell me the whole story.
Yeah,
what happened?
It happened while we were here. A crypto guy got grabbed off the street. He and his wife, they doused him with gasoline and put him in the trunk of the car. Imagine how horrible that'd be to be in the trunk of the car. You can't even light your lighter if you had one. I mean, I wouldn't even want to fuck with the brake lights. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everything was kind of dead-ending, burner phones in Southeast Asia and shit like that. And so someone came up with the big plan of let's send 100,000 and see if the United States can watch that thing enter the system. And they traced it to a phone, grabbed a guy who, I don't want to say too much. It's crazy. You know, they lacked some of the technology that we had to watch it happen, but the police have latitudes that you can only imagine, like turning on people's cell phones. You don't even need to worry about a judge.
Here in France?
Yeah. And so they started, and they convinced this guy to share what he knew, and made a second bigger hit, and then found him in the trunk with the gas. And then it took a couple days to find his wife, but they got her somewhere else.
Alive.
19 people in custody.
Oh, shit.
And this is all going on while Kim Kardashian is en route coming back for the trial of the assholes that tied her up and robbed her.
Oh, she got robbed in France too?
Yeah, but it was almost a decade ago, I think now.
Holy shit, dude. That's a big ring, 19 people. I'm guessing not locals. Not French dudes.
Immigrants. French, but yeah, the problems here are amazing.
How about the stock market? I saw some guy. I read a story the other day that some guy invested $5 million when the shit hit the fan, and he's now got 124 million. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I wonder. I like, what issues? What did he buy for 5? That's not.
I don't know, but that's a 20-fold, 24-fold increase.
I can go back and look at a composite index of a whole bunch of funds and look at it over a month, and it's dramatic. 3 months dramatic. A year, not so much. 3 years, not really. 5 years, it's just
I saw it on some Instagram or on some Twitter account. What's it called? Like Unusual Whales or something? Do you know that one? Or Unusual, that Instagram account? Unusual. Is it, or is it Unusual Money? Unusual Suspects? Unusual. Find it. Yeah, it was something on Twitter. Man, Twitter is so different than Instagram. I am tripping.
I don't even see them as the same. It's like saying the library is different than my bar.
Yeah.
Twitter, that there's right or wrong, incorrect or incorrect, there's an effort at thinking. All of the talent on Instagram is in the fucking comments, and they're outrageous. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
That's good entertainment.
And I'm also surprised at how many I didn't realize there were so many videos on Twitter. You can get away with saying some crazy, wow, what is this? God. There's some crazy shit on Twitter. People will say some crazy shit. Like, did you hear about Kanye's new song? He has a song, it's Heil Nigga.
I did hear that. I didn't know it was a song title, though.
Yeah, I think it is. I guess yeah. Or I have the order of the words a little wrong, but it's close. Yeah, all sorts of crazy shit happening. All sorts of crazy shit. It sounds like things with China are moving along nicely. Sounds like Trump's he played the YMCA song when he was in Saudi Arabia, and everyone stood up and he did the Trump dance with all the dudes with the dresses on in the house. It's quite the show.
Yeah, and it's amazing the take on it. If I just run through the Apple News feed, which is my favorite instant liberal horseshit thing to see, they're worried about that he's making business ties for himself by Saudi Arabia. Is nothing about brokering peace. There's no real mention in mainstream media about direct talks with Iran, where they're being told that, look, here's the deal. You're going to get rid of your nuclear program. And there's a hard way and an easy way to do it. Either you do it or we do it. And that's just how that's going to be. And the message is, the story is, they responded with, we understand perfectly. You know?
Yeah.
And so what they got to do is they got to dismantle it and somehow tell their people they didn't, or who knows? Who knows? But
and what about Mike Walls? Something I think something happened with Walls that really pissed Trump off, that somehow in relationship to Israel. Like, did he find out that Mike Walls was feeding intel to Israel or to Netanyahu? Did something weird happen there?
I don't know. I don't know. But he's avoiding Netanyahu now. Is that the story?
Yeah, that basically something has happened. Trump got some information that's pissed him off, it seems like. And for some reason I think it's related to Mike Walls.
I don't know.
And I wonder what's going on. But his talk about Gaza has I don't want to say shifted, but it's becoming definitely more complete. I don't think he's saying stuff like, hey, we need to make sure we take care of these people. I don't know if that means buying them condos in fucking Florida, or if that means rebuilding Gaza, but it's definitely becoming more rounded, not like, hey, we just need to move these people. You know what I mean? So, and
you can wonder why it is that Jordan doesn't want those people there, and Egypt doesn't want those people there.
Right.
And et cetera. Let's just run through the whole of the Middle East. And then after October 7th, I mean, I get it.
Right. I had this guy on yesterday. One of the things he said that I just couldn't get my head wrapped around, that I don't believe, but he said that there's what was it called? I looked it up on Wiki, but that the Israelis have I forget what it's called. The Israelis have something, but basically, when there's a kidnapping of their people, they are to kill everyone by any means. You're not allowed. You're to stop the hostage taking by any means necessary, even if it means killing the hostages. And so this guy was suggesting with 100% certainty that what had happened on October 7th, that the IDF had killed more Jews than Hamas did. And I'm like, so you're telling me that of the 1,200 people dead, that Hamas killed, or that the IDF is trying to stop them killed 700? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wow. I don't believe that for a second. But I looked up, but that is one of the policies that Israel has. I looked it up. I mean, there's a wiki page on it.
Dude, they trade for hostages all the time.
Right.
They'll buy them. They'll swap 100 to 1. Didn't they turn over 500 guys for that one soldier?
I don't know, but I feel like I've seen stuff like that. Olivia, Walls was in a cabinet meeting while messaging Bibi.
The NSA can probably give you a copy of it. No, they could, of every text that came from that room while the meeting was going on. So you're going, this guy's a douchebag, and Trump gets it. You're telling your wife, I can't believe how fucking stupid this guy is, and it's sitting in front of him before the meeting's over.
I think I would rather be dead than a Hamas hostage. Yeah, it doesn't sound
Hey,
good.
the world, the 21st century is at war with the 12th.
Yeah.
And the 12th has only two advantages, two things going for it. And one is the civility of the 21st century, and the second thing is they've gotten their hands on tools like guns and phones and cars that they would never have otherwise. And so nobody's really quite willing to do to them what they would do were the tables turned. Right. For instance, were they confronted with Netanyahu's issue, and it was Jews out there, and it was, say, the Palestinians in charge of the Israel government, they would nuke Gaza.
They had a nuke.
Well, no, Iran has a nuclear weapon when it goes off.
Right.
It's really akin to giving. Remember when I want to give the monkeys lighters?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad I don't fucking live there, and I kept reiterating this to the guy too, and I'm so glad that when the Muslims fucking went berserk in 1915, that my family didn't stay and try to fight for their homeland, that they fucking left. I'm very thankful that they came to the United States. Well, they went to Lebanon, and then came to the United States.
We just came back from a memorial where carved in marble are the names of the World War I and World War II deaths from the city of Nice. It's like it's thousands.
How'd you end up there? I don't World War II
just
memorial.
Went and looked at old Nice, you know.
Yeah. Hey, how was the French Throwdown?
It was cool. It was I got a hero's returning welcome, which was surprise is not right. It just brought back memories, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was really sweet. What else? Daniel Chaffee and Ollie and everyone, all those guys, Mac, Nat, everyone. It's a great group of people.
And you met Jake Chapman and you met Pedro.
Yep. I sat with Jake and I sat with Pedro. Enjoyed both of them a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you took the family. What did they think? How did they have fun?
What was cool is Daniel's
son,
the son's mom, Samuel's mom, Sophie. She took all my kids out on the floor when I went out.
Oh, that's cool.
And Robbie and Reason were kind of tripping, right?
You went
They don't
out onto
remember
the.
the games.
You went out. Oh, right. You went out onto the floor.
Had to.
They're like, "Hey, we want to introduce Greg Glassman being
Oh
here."
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Maggie sent you
Oh
footage. It was sweet.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah. Rhett didn't want to go, and they forced him.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Hey, you didn't probably want to go. You were probably like, "Oh shit."
You know, I was telling my guy here that you do that because it's the right thing to do. It's not. It would be wrong to not stand there and smile and shake hands and get to know people and take as many fucking pictures as they want to take. Right. I mean, it's just that's what you got to do to not be a bad person.
Right.
But if you enjoy it, you're mentally ill.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't know. I would be curious to hear your analysis of that. I would just be embarrassed. And I don't like to be embarrassed.
You know, look what in my case, I've got person after person I've not met before tell me they love me and you've changed my life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I tell them, you got to understand, I love you and you've changed mine. That you are the embodiment of my life's work. Without you, I got nothing. I did nothing.
Right.
So thank you. You know, and
Right.
that seems to put us on some kind of parody. And then I have to ask twice to hear the name because it's in a foreign language. Arthur, you know what? Arthur.
Uh-huh.
Our security guy told Maggie that her French is getting worse every day.
Oh shit! If I went to France, anytime someone told me their name, I'd be like, "No, tell me the heterosexual version."
Yeah,
Frank. Okay, got it.
So I tell people, "Yeah, hi, I'm Greg Arthur," and then they laugh at me. You know, I know who you are. Like, well, it's rude to.
Yeah.
You know, they used to say that I don't want to even expose this. I have a friend whose father was the attorney general, and he was known to what was the line? You know, it's like I'm Joe. What do you do? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Didn't even know your name. It's something like that. But there's a politeness, I think, to like if someone's dealing with me and they got a name tag on, I'll tell them my name.
Right. Right.
It's got a leveling kind of. It's a gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah. Hey, but on the inverse, kind of on that and that same thing, you know, like the vet comes to my house, like, you know, once every 2 years, and I hate it that he's like, "Hey, Sevon, how are you?" And he doesn't tell me his name. I hate being in that situation, like when someone says my name and they know damn well that I don't fucking know their name. You know what I mean? And it's like, "Hey, dude, you got to be like, I'm Bill. Hey, Sevon, it's me, Bill." Do you know what I mean? So that I could then reciprocate. You know, I'm like, damn. Tell me your name. Hey, I heard reported yesterday the reason why George Clooney turned on Biden was because the last time they met before George Clooney dimed Biden out, Biden didn't know who he was. Did you hear that story?
No.
Biden had to ask, "Who are you?"
That's what it took for George to realize that the guy's fucking gone.
Yeah.
I was telling our security guy, because he's very much of our mindset as would any cop with a brain. But I was telling him that pundits and staff are being accused of hiding the extent of his cognitive decline.
Huh?
I told him it wasn't fucking hideable to anyone except a fucking idiot.
Right.
A 5-year-old might not notice. My 11-year-old would. I mean, look, he walks off the stage the wrong way, shaking imaginary hands.
Jake Tapper's now going around acting like he knew the whole time, and Fox News is cutting it with all the times that he defended Biden. It's fucking plastic.
I've seen that. Yeah, good.
Tapper's a complete douche canoe. Greg, did you work out today?
No, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. David, I'm gonna skull fuck you later. Tapper's getting pounded on Twitter from all sides. Hey, do you think how do they do? Do you think he remember? Do you think he's lying? He's lying to himself. Do you think he remembers defending Biden, or he forgot, or he's just like, fuck it, no one will remember. I'll just like, how can you do that? The only way I would ever do that is if I truly forgot. You know what I mean? Like if I truly
there's a essential skill to being liberal, and that is you have to be able to form positions and sentences and stands absent rational thought. So it doesn't matter what I used to fucking do. Here's what we need to do now.
With no accountability to what you said before.
Who's going to ask for it? The conservatives will see it, but they don't matter. They don't count. And the rest that are like-minded, they're too stupid to make it matter. Imagine not seeing Biden's obvious cognitive impairment and not thinking that that's hugely dangerous, just in that we don't know who's running the fucking country.
Right.
And so now I forget who it is, but there's someone has got a whole, it's Trump's Conway, Mr. Conway, not Kellyanne. The other one, George, maybe it is. He's got a whole collection of things that Trump said that show he's in serious cognitive decline. He thinks he'll be in a mental institution within a year.
I saw on Twitter that they were trying to say he fell asleep in Saudi Arabia, and it's like, you first of all, he's definitely tired, but you jackass, he just flew there fucking yesterday. He's definitely like, cut the guy fucking a modicum of slack. He gave a fucking great speech. It's been a 12-hour day, and he was just on a fucking 15-hour flight, like in a different time zone. Yeah, I think he's fine for an 82-year-old guy. I think he's fine for a 70-year-old guy. I think he's fine for a 50-year-old guy. I like him. I like him more every single day. And I like the team he's put together, and I trust his team. I am starting to think that maybe Pam Bondi might be dumb, though. I'm not sure. You think she's smart?
You know, I don't know if it's smart people is what we need exactly. I mean,
I like the way you handled that question. That was good.
We've moved so far from where we were that, and I don't think the requirement is genius. Hey, Victor Davis Hanson said that Trump was like chemotherapy, and the brilliance of that is based on the assumption that chemotherapy actually works.
Right.
So if you can get over the fact that it doesn't work, and I doubt it does, but once if you do think it works, the simile is near perfect. You know, nobody wants chemotherapy, but more so you don't want to die. And Trump's the guy. I mean, he's the one that's doing something about things that no one from either party was willing to do. This trip with China, you know, we're going to have a reciprocal tariff of 10%. How do you like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And what Trump realized is that they need us buying their junk, and it's the crap they make, more than we need the junk. But what Xi Jinping realizes is that Trump is sensitive to public opinion to a level that he is not. Xi Jinping has always had the option of exterminating anyone who thinks he's not, you know, a god. They would starve half their population to death is to implement a policy. And so he can weather anything. He has to worry about the other guys, you know, his friends. but he's very much in the position like Putin.
Xi.
Yeah. Mr. Ping, whatever you fucking call him.
What do you think about the jet? The Qatar jet. I'm trying to understand the deal there. I don't think they're giving it to him for good. They're letting him borrow it while they're going to let him borrow Air Force One until his Air Force One is made.
I don't care about his spray on tan. I don't care where he gets his jet from.
I know. Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, I think there's something more important going on. I think we're at war with China.
Yeah,
and I think Trump does too.
Let me ask the audience, why do you care? Ask Greg about the jet. Why do you care about the jet? You know what I care about the jet? I want to see the inside of it. I want to ride in it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go.
Does it look like a Moroccan, like?
I don't know, but that's all I cared about. I was like, oh, I'd like to see the inside of it. Like, what do I care if they give the U.S. government? And then I guess the other thing would be a security concern, but I just assume that's taken care of.
Oh, they'll fit out. You won't. They're not gonna be able to pull anything off there.
Yeah, those were the only two things I cared about. I don't even care like so if let's say it was a bribe, well, that doesn't. Then you could just say everything is a bribe. It's just ridiculous. No, Greg, you don't have any intentions of going to the Albany this year for the games, right?
Yeah, I think I am.
Oh, serious? What? Really?
Yeah.
How? What? What are you doing there? I didn't know. What are you doing there? I thought that was an absurd question.
Hold on, I want to show you what I think the inside of the jet looks like.
Hey, Sarah got a box right on the floor there, and she has she only is bringing 2 people, and there's 10 extra seats. She's like, who should I give them to? Well, now she should give them to you. I thought that was a completely absurd question. I'm sorry, Jethro. I was going to say you're a dumb fuck for asking that. That's 2 strikes today on me. What are you doing there? Did Dave invite you? What are you doing there? I thought that would be the last place you want to go.
Kind of is.
Okay, well, I'm right about that.
Wait a minute. I want to see if I think I have a picture of the inside of the tent.
I am.
Here we go. Or the inside of the. When I went to Morocco, I told my neighbor Rashid that
I will go for sure if Greg goes. By the way, that's correct.
I said I wanted to get a camel. Because that was cool as fuck riding them. And
you'd put it at your house in Arizona, just let them cruise around the yard there.
No, I got stables down below.
Oh, right. Did you really buy a camel?
I think they're cool.
Who would ride it, Riley?
I would until I got tired of it.
That would be fun to call yourself a camel rider, camel jockey. Sevan Matosian, camel jockey. Hey, when do you come back?
I don't know. I thought my boat trip was off, but it's back on.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
They plugged the hole in the boat, or they got a new boat?
Whatever it was.
Oh, I'm trying to organize with Maggie a special jiu-jitsu seminar in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, Sevi. Sorry for that delay. Here it comes.
No, I don't mind.
So I told him I wanted to get a camel. And he says, hey, I have a tent in storage in Germany. And I said, I go, fuck, dude, now I almost have to get a camel if you got that tent. We could just sit around and smoke on the hookah. Look at that thing. I sent it in the text.
Whose tent is that?
That's Rashid, my neighbor. I go, we'd look cool with that in the fucking backyard with the camel.
That's your neighbor in Arizona?
No, buddy, in Santa Cruz.
Oh shit!
The guy that bought the cardiologist's house.
That thing's crazy. That guy has.
He goes, it's a very nice one. I go, it looks very nice, Rashid.
Hey, that looks like it's definitely for having orgies and smoking the hookah in.
Right? You almost need a camel outside just to make it legit.
Yeah, that thing is nuts. Does he leave that always set up like that?
I don't think so. It's in storage in Germany, and he's wanting to bring it out. And I say, man, we'll put that in my backyard, dude. Put the chimenea, you know, and a camel.
Do a Kill Taylor, but only between paying subscribers of the channel for the games tickets. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Let's find some way to make this games thing interesting.
What are you going there for? I don't. I'm completely.
I just got pressured, you know.
Do you have a booth there? Or someone invited you?
All, like, dude, it was the.
Are you buying CrossFit back? Did you buy it back for $1?
No, but it was some of the people were overwhelmed by me being there, you know, and so you got a big strapping athlete or country manager crying when they see you, you know?
Yeah.
And when am I going to see you again? And I'm like, I don't know. And they go, well, are you going to be at the games? And it's like, everyone's looking at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking to myself, look, I'm just stood here for 8 hours getting my fucking picture taken. How bad would being on a plane for 5 hours be? And the truth is that in my life, 5 hours with nothing to do in silence is a pretty amazing fucking thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not a trip to the
That's
games.
my
It's 5
workout
hours.
today. I just did 7 hours of trying to keep fucking 5 kids under 11 from getting hit by cars, you know?
Yeah. We should instead of you going to the games, we should just throw a party at your new gym and invite people there to work out, and we could watch them and sit in that tent.
I actually thought of trying to get them to funnel through Phoenix on their way. that felt a little selfish, and then puts a kind of an obligation on me to.
When do you come back? Do you even know now?
It won't be before the first week in June.
It won't be okay. The dates I gave Maggie were like the second week in June.
I'll probably be back for that.
Yeah, and that's when I'll be back too. I'm going to Sacramento that first week of June. All right. Well, I'm gonna take the kids now.
Sorry about my tardiness.
It's not a big deal at all. I told them a story about the first time I banged Haley. It was great.
That's a good story.
Yeah. From one garage to the next. I didn't even know how good it was. Oh, this is the Dave Castro is using Greg to sell tickets for the games. That's actually maybe that is true. I think this is the first year the games didn't sell out. Like in 20, the games haven't sold out yet. That's never happened before.
Why did they leave Madison?
I don't know. I thought Madison was great. I don't know why they left Fort Worth either. I don't know if it's because the dude died, Lazar Jukic died, and they didn't want to. I don't think that's a reason to leave, but I don't know. I don't know because they had a 2-year contract there. I don't know if
too hot, right?
The whole event was inside, except for the one event, that swim event, and then one event they did at nighttime. They did an event like at 10 o'clock at night. No, it was fine.
Is there a swim event this year?
I assume not. But I don't know.
Or does Dave double down?
If he's in charge, he doubles down. I would double down. Wouldn't you double down?
I would have canceled the games in honor of Lazar for 7 years.
Yeah. Fair enough. For the 7 states
and wait for the games athletes to come to me one at a time and tell me fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, and then when they finally all do, the games are back up again.
No,
Oh,
just
still then.
expose them all for pretending to care.
Hey, do you want to know what's funny too? Is so there's all these athletes that basically like were like, "Fuck you" to the games. We're not coming back. And now it's been a year, and the game. It's like the machine's firing up, and they wish they wouldn't have said that.
You know what what should happen? They should be disqualified prior to the event.
Based on what ground? Based on being an asshole?
No, you can compete, but your score won't count for anything.
Well, some of them are kind of in that situation. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty fickle.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Look at this. For me, current management infatuation with the games, not understanding CrossFit nor the affiliates, and the games athletes being what and who they are, being led by the team that's leading them. They all fucking deserve each other. It's fucking kind of a neat thing to watch.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
This is
there's a shortage of capacities in that crowd.
There were athletes, Greg. I'm going to tell you the story. It's probably not going to shock you. There were athletes at the games who, at 3, 2, 1, go, stood there for a minute of memory for Lazar's death. Right? So they gave up a minute of their score. Then on the last day, they came to CrossFit and asked for their minute back so that they could place higher on the board. That was
Did they get their minute back?
I don't remember, but that right there sums up, like, unfortunately, like 51% of the athletes. That kind of, like, they think everything is just a show. I don't know what reality these people live in, but that shit is crazy. Everything is just a show.
Do you remember my shock at sitting at the table full of games athletes?
At the conversation, the vapidness of it. Do you ever think that maybe someone told me that they're just young? Someone goes like this. Someone goes, "Hey, Sevon, you're an idiot." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because you're judging people who are half your age, 1/10 your life experience, but think they're twice as smart as you." And I was like, "Oh."
Well, that's fair, because the most annoying thing about stupid people is how stupid they think everyone is.
But
like, it's okay to be 4 feet tall, but if you honestly think you're 8 feet tall, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, it makes it weird.
I've had some stupid friends that, like, yeah, dude, I'm an idiot. I had a friend that majored in children's literature at UCLA on a gymnastics scholarship, and he read all that shit, The Cat in the Hat and all that crap he'd never read before, and then had female gymnasts write papers for him, and he graduated with a degree from UCLA and became a multimillionaire building homes. And he's still an idiot. He's just you know what I mean?
Yeah, is he cool?
He's totally cool.
Yeah.
But he'll just tell you, dude, I'm dumb as fuck, you know?
But maybe they're just young. Maybe they're not dumb. Sometimes I think,
that's part of it.
Yeah, I'm just too harsh on them. Like, they're just 25 or 22 and just feel really powerful.
Pedro told me that Daniel Chaffee, I think it was Pedro, said that Daniel Chaffee was asked, why is it that the great games athletes are such shitty, the great CrossFit athletes are such shitty trainers? And he asked me if that was true. And I'm like, yep. I've got one exception for you.
Who?
Annie Sakamoto.
She was a great trainer.
She was significantly better athlete than Nicole, who was great. And she was twice the trainer.
Wow.
And married to a guy who was seriously threatened by anything that she might ever achieve.
Oh, that sucks.
Hi, Jake.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I wanted more for her than she wanted for herself. I thought she was incomparably beautiful. And this is when that Tia Carrera thing was going on. You know what I mean?
Yes. The chick, like the Asian chick you exercise with on TV.
Yeah, she was in what, like one of those one of the
Like Mike Myers movies?
yes. But Annie was at the time a peerless athlete and a beautiful woman and smart and hilarious.
Let me ask you this.
She said stuff that I wouldn't have dared let come out of my mouth in public, and got away with it like beautifully. She was an immense talent with an immense potential, and I was bothered more than she was to see it fundamentally go nowhere.
Why wasn't I always wondered this? I never asked you this. Why wasn't she part of the traveling team? Why didn't she go with you and Tony and Dave and Amundsen
Yep.
and Josh? Why was?
I already explained that.
Oh, that's why.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
You know,
So
I had to be stopped from wringing his neck in front of everybody, physically restrained.
So you would have. I always thought that you blackballed her or something. No, she was invited to go on the traveling CrossFit tour, and she decided not to based on his input.
And I was.
I never knew that about Annie.
And
you were butthurt, is that what you said? Because you loved her.
I was butthurt. It was a loss. It was nothing but a loss. Huge loss.
People love her, Jim. Everyone who trains, my mom loved her to death. Everyone I know who's ever trained at her gym thinks she's the greatest. They love her to death.
Annie was a blast to have around.
Yeah.
She had the kettlebells, the little ones, the one pooed powder coated pink, and then had this requirement you had to have a vagina to swing the pink one, you know?
One of my buddies still trains at her gym and says she's absolutely amazing. He loves being around her, loves talking to her. He says she gets along with everyone. He said she's dope. My mom loved her too. Yeah. Wow. I never knew that. I never knew why she didn't go on the traveling tour. That's wild. And she was part of the Nasty Girls fame. I mean, that's why so many of us got into CrossFit. We saw that and we're like, what? I need to try that.
It's the one where Annie crushed Nicole and Eva and was using good form.
Hey, right. Did Eva ever go on the circuit? No, she was cleaning teeth or something. She had her own shit.
Yeah, and she's, so Chaffee was when asked, why is it that the best athletes, so it kind of got sidetracked. Thanks for bringing me back. Why is it that the best athletes are shitty trainers? And he said that it's easy. He got a one-word answer, and it's selflessness. That's what's required of a great trainer. And look how similar that is to Brendan Gilliam when he tells me that he realized that every time that he was talking about himself and not asked, he was fucking up. It's not about you. And for the games athlete, there's nothing other than I.
Dude, you know it's so funny you say that about Brendan? Because one time Allison told me, I don't like Brendan he was like playing the drums or something. I'm like, oh, that's so cool that he plays the drums. And she said something to me like, I don't like him doing anything that's not helping the family. And I remember thinking like, holy fuck, but that would require a really selfless husband. You know what I mean? Like that's an immense, like he's playing the drums and she's like, no.
Maggie's not far from that.
Oh, really? I always got the impression she liked to just. She's like she reminds me of a Mustang. Like you just let her go and she'll do any. Like you have to catch up with her. She's not demanding you catch up with her.
That's true too. But
Maggie's a Mustang. Mustang Maggie.
She's the best.
Did you get in trouble when you bought that Porsche? Was she like, how's that going to help?
No. But if I'm reading a book, watching something on TV, talking to someone on the phone, she wants to know why I'm not pitching in right now. She comes in the morning at 5 a.m. and reading the paper. She goes, what the fuck are you doing? I got the Wall Street Journal open on the table. It's like she just caught me pulling my dick in the driveway, you know?
You need to be meaner, and that's how you build space around you. Do you know what I mean? You have to make it like when I'm just sitting there and I'm doing something, I just snarl every few seconds. Hey, I had a dream with you and Dale in it last night, and Haley.
Shit.
We were living all together, and we had rodents, and we had caught them all in a box. All of us were looking at them, and then someone's like, "Hey, Sevi, go take those and kill those." And then I started walking to take them to kill them, and I opened the box to look at them, and there was a dog in there with the rodents in the box. I don't know how, it was a big dog, but it was in the box. And I started crying a little bit because I didn't want to kill the dog or the rodents. So I took the dog out, and then I just let the rodents go. I didn't kill them. And then I woke up and I was crying.
We should pay the airfare to the games, whoever can give the best Freudian interpretation of that dream. That's got to be some fruitful shit right there. Wow, Sevi. Okay.
It was cool that you and Dale and Haley were in it, though. It was really cool. Yeah. And I remember the dog was so cool. It was like some sort of mutt. It was so cool.
I was telling the story the other day about, like, how'd you meet Maggie? And I said we used to eat at the restaurant and stare at her, and I could never remember her name or whatever. But then one night, Dale brought her over.
Yeah.
And the fucking guy, he passed out. Got her into the hot tub and then came in and fell asleep. And so she's, I got to go home. So I was like, I'll be more than happy to take you home. And then I thought, no, I can do better than that. Watch this. I go, here, just take my car.
Oh, that's genius.
And then she had to bring it back tomorrow, right? And it was brand new, too. Brand new Rover. She goes, what, your new car? I don't worry about that piece of shit.
2 weeks later, you're married.
Dude. 9 months later, we have a kid.
Brett Bauer. That was quick. Let me do the math on that. Brett Bauer. Greg, we have 8 fat fucks and old farts in our MetFix class, 3 months free class and nutrition coaching. 6 of the 8 have type 2 diabetes, and we're documenting the reversal. After 1 week, guy has best sugar score in years.
That's
is that
profoundly gratifying work. Thank you for sharing that, Brett, and congratulations to the lucky people that get to have you lead them to the promised land.
It's Port Clinton, isn't it? Isn't Dale King's gym a Port Smith MetFix Port something too? Port Smith. Is that one of the requirements? You have to live in a port town to be a MetFix gym?
I hope not.
Hey, Brett, keep me posted on that. I love stories like that.
Did I mention that I think sugar causes cancer?
No. Wow. You mean like like if you eat a lollipop, too many lollipops, you could get cancer?
Keep your blood sugar high for years, and you're gonna have the experience. It seems.
Right. That's solid information. Is that backed by science?
Yeah. It's a
peer-reviewed science.
No, I mean, I think I mentioned that the resistance to cancer as a metabolic disease, and I think it clearly is. But I think that a half hour after wrapping yourself around the fact that it's a metabolic disease, it makes powerful and perfect sense to think that there's a likely culprit in sugar, and you don't have to look at metabolic syndrome and without obesity and cancer rates to see this. And in fact, the dilution of the science by agencies and organizations that say that sugar has an etiology to oncogenesis. There's so much of that shit, all with the same language. Number one myth about cancer is that sugar causes it. It's funny because I told you, I asked Maggie, hey, have you ever heard that sugar causes cancer? She was, only from you, dude. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it seems to me. No one, like the people I know that will tell me, yeah, your fucking course it does. aren't excited about saying it.
I will keep you updated. One of them has cancer. 9 different doctors. Damn. Hey, could a doctor at Kaiser tell you that, or would he be in trouble? What you just shared about sugar causing cancer and a metabolic disease.
I don't know. I don't know what Kaiser's like anymore. But I always thought that would be a perfect place to have in-house CrossFit, because they everyone that works there is on the plan.
When a few years ago, I can't remember why I went there. I went there for something, and the doctor said, "Hey, I'm looking at your file, and like you're behind on your vaccines or something like that." And I go, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You have these two vaccines you need to take." And I said, "Okay." He said, "Do you want them?" And I said, "Why should I?" And you know what his response was?
What?
They're free.
Yeah.
I bet you I could find someone to fuck me in the ass for free.
It's hilarious.
I know. I'm like, that's the level that's where they're at, right? Doesn't that just reveal like where he's at? Like,
Yeah.
not like, hey, dude, there's a big, you got to get your flu shot. The flu's everywhere. Hey, it reminds me when I was in India, when I was bit by the dog and I was bleeding in the slum, and the doctor who was taking me around on the tour. Have you heard the story? Have I told you this?
Yeah, he said you need a rabies shot.
Yeah. He said rabies is a huge problem in India. And then I said, okay, well, how long have you been a doctor in the slum? He said 14 years. I said, how many times have you seen someone here with rabies? He goes, 0. I'm just like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Just like,
Hey,
it's
you
like, God,
can't buy anything. You can't pay cash for anything over $1,000 in France. It's a crime.
what?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it again. Hey, spending cash for anything over $1,000 is a criminal offense in France.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, Europe has fallen, dude. Hey,
You should have seen. I sent some banking papers
wow.
for a real estate transaction from Bordeaux back to the States, to Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
and I had to get Daniel Chaffee to send the documents for me, because they weren't going to let someone ship anything DHL with a foreign passport. And you tell them what you got. You do all this stuff online. You give, and then they tell you where you're going to go to to drop it off and when. And you had to show a passport to do that. You're not just putting something in the FedEx box here, baby.
And they still have shit security. And they still can't protect their people.
Yeah, I think they do a pretty good job given what they got going. We just walked that strip that on Bastille Day in 2016, the terrorists mowed down hundreds of people and killed 78, I think, 87 maybe, including a whole bunch of children that came to rest where the cops fixed his condition right in front of a children's hospital. It's just an unthinkable horror. No, they intercept a lot.
Well, they need to intercept more. The fact that someone thinks that you could do kidnappings just on the streets in a country is fucking batshit crazy. I mean, people have been beheaded on the streets for years now in London. Just, you know what I mean? It's a yearly occurrence where someone comes out with a
Yep.
machete and fucking behead someone. That shit's not like uncommon in Europe. Sweden's got fucking bombings every single fucking day.
I was telling our guy today that every time there's a terrorist act of any kind of consequence, I think we had to bomb every country that bomb the military and the places of geopolitical influence and importance in every state sponsor of terrorism. I'd give Pyongyang one. I'd give Tehran one. I would do everybody.
Yeah. Hey, that's like in my kid's tennis class. One kid shows up late to class, everyone does burpees.
Oh, the real thing there is the kid that's late gets a donut and everyone else has to do squat. That's how you take care of that fucker.
Oh, they hate you, huh? You really,
Uh-huh.
that's good.
Yeah. They have a private conversation with you. Hey, asshole, how about next time coming on time?
Oh, quit showing off. 400 homicides in the UK last year. Yeah, but 20,000 girls under 10 raped. How about that? Take that, Jake. That's Jake. All right. I'm done.
You're the best. I wish you guys were here.
Yeah, I'm bummed that you're going on the sailboat. I want you to hurry back home. I want to go to Idaho with you. What?
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll bring the bus when I come to Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
I might have to put it in your drive if we can't get it down the hill, but I'm sure we can.
Yeah, my driveway's perfect for it. Hey, also, talk to Maggie about doing that jiu-jitsu thing.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, what does she charge?
I want to bring her out for 4 days, and I think that including travel and everything, it'd be like $5,000. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah. A coach's instruction course, and then so that our coaches could get the information, and then 2 days with our kids. And she's coached Islam and
I was a $4,500 seminar.
And she's cool. I think you're really gonna like her. She's a special lady.
Where's she from?
Virginia originally. Steeped in so much old time politics, you're gonna love hearing her stories with senators, and like her parents were like debutante type shit. It's some really remarkable shit. She had a tough upbringing and some really pretentious people.
Yeah, there's an aristocracy in Virginia. It's kind of a regal colonial. It harks back to the UK and shit.
Yeah.
But I used to train a gal that had lived in Montecito in an unbelievable home, and then had what she called a pony farm. It was a thoroughbred farm in Virginia with 500 or 600 horses. And she went back and forth between Santa Barbara and Virginia, and would come up to see me in Santa Cruz to train, fly into Watsonville.
Yeah, the horse scene in Santa Barbara is crazy.
Yeah. Okay, they have polo grounds there.
Used to ride my bike by them.
All right, Seth. Well,
all right, buddy.
Hey,
thank you.
You should see what's going on at the new house. It's pretty cool.
Send me photos, please.
I will. I'll send you some shit. All right, bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, dude. Hey, feel free to call me later. I'm just putzing around today.
I will. I'll bug you.
Okay, bye.
All right, sir.
How do I speak to Greg about his proposal to me via you? No. Yeah, no. Souza. Talk to Souza. Souza loves dealing with that stuff. That tent was weird. Oh, shit. Pedro. Oh, shit. Look at this. Wow. This is Coffee Pods and Wads.
So like 2001, 2, whatever. Was it you writing the workouts and notes and all that stuff? And at what point did you stop?
Oh, I want that shirt he has.
Or can you remember why you stopped? Was it just like a delegation thing?
No, I stopped 2 times. I stopped once.
How's your audio so good, Pedro?
Probably 10 years in.
You have a mic
I
on
had
him?
people like 19.
Why did you take it back in 2019? Just
to stick.
Oh, this is going to be good.
To the scales.
Oh, this is going to be good. All right, that's on coffee. That's on Pedro's. Oh shit, 22 comments already? This is amazing. Love this stuff. The water jugs are one of the most important things HQ could do for affiliates. Dude, is there more of this? This was amazing. These were amazing questions to ask Pedro. A good one, Peter. Goat meets goat. Good stuff, Peter. Great questions, Peter. Excellent stuff. Anything else? Go straight to January 19th on main site. Great questions. Well done. I've been waiting for this interview. Is there a full video coming? Nice work, Pedro. Great work, Pedro. Slip scale. Excellent questions, Pedro. Great stuff, Pedro. Is Coach... God, David, you're such a scumbag. Hey, by the way, David, do you know what a cunt you are? Do you know what a fucking passive aggressive cunt you are? Hey, dude, if I ever met you in person, just so you know, I bet you, I, you are such a bitch. You've been here too long to be saying stuff like, Greg, what was your workout today? Like, there's a point where you cross the line. You're a bitch, dude. I know you're a bitch. You're the kind of fucking guy where I would fucking backhand you and you wouldn't do shit to me. You remind me of those big fucking dudes that I would fucking just start getting fucking really fucking amped up, and then I would fucking approach them and they couldn't do shit. No, we're not gonna kiss. You're a bitch, dude. You you gotta have some modicum, like the Hitler shit and the nigger shit and the racist shit and the fucking horse shit. It's all good to go, but to be around here for this many years that you have and still fucking pull that shit, like, you want to hate on the Jews, go ahead. You want to hate on the blacks, go ahead. But you've been here for like fucking 3 or 4 years and you're still pulling that gay ass shit. What was your workout today? You're a bitch. You are a bitch, dude. That was lame. That is, and I'm not afraid to pull that shit up either, but that's like a fucking noob thing to say to Greg. Like come on, dude. Like, fucking tighten up, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? It's like some dumb, made my skin crawl. I fucking love you, but like have like just a tiny bit of fucking dignity. No, I didn't take Morano Explode. Like, all right. Just lame. Just like, do you have any friends? Do you have any friends? Do you ever draw the line like anywhere? Do you have any friends? You know, there's always... I'm done. I don't want to hate on you. I like you, but you're just really fucking uh um all right. On that note, I don't want to be mean to anyone, but man, you really... All right. Right. Hope you get caught masturbating in public or something. All right. Yeah, no, not a laughing emoji. Tears. You should have fucking tears. Not laughing, tears. Sorry, new to this. Why is that a bad question? It's not. If you're new to this, it's not. It's not a bad question. You can't know. David knows. Everyone else knows. But for you, Kyle, it's okay. It's not a bad question for you. But for David, it is, because he's being a dick. It's like a question from Reddit. It's how like Reddit cunts think. The fucking pedos on fucking Reddit. Did you see? Someone sent me a screenshot. Someone sent me a screenshot from Reddit. I don't know who they're talking about, but they're disparaging a CrossFit Games athlete because his cheering section is too loud. I'm assuming they're talking about James Sprague. And it's like, yeah, that's like, they hate James because he's fucking likes God. Like, so obvious. Reddit is just disgusting. Hey, where is this? Where's that guy talking shit about Hiller? I want to show you someone. I want to show you this guy who's talking shit about Hiller. Are strongmen in general douchebags? Are they? Is it is it fair to um is it fair to yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. David's saying that Greg doesn't practice what he preaches. He's a fucking idiot. David's a fucking idiot. Hey, you think me telling you not to? This is how fucking I don't know if you think this too, Pat Lange, but this is how stupid David is. You think me smoking a cigarette and telling you not to smoke means I'm not practicing what I preach? No, that means you're trapped in your head and you're jumping to a fucking assumption. No, the truth doesn't hurt, dude. The truth doesn't hurt. The truth hurts you because you can't fucking see it. And who the fuck are you to fucking determine whether what he preaches and what he does? He's not. You would have to say, I don't smoke, and then be smoking to not be practicing what you preach. You can't see that fucking nuance because you're a fucking idiot. And you don't even know if he fucking works out, dude. You're just being smug because he's a fucking 70-year-old fucking man. He looked fucking great. No, you're the fucking idiot, dude. You're the one who can't tell the difference between saying I don't smoke and you shouldn't smoke, or you should work out versus I work out. You're shit. That's why you have no fucking quality relationships. Same reason why fucking Pat, you better be careful. You better stay out of this. You're going to catch strays, dude. You're not going to like it. Yeah, exactly. There you go, Kyle. You're new here and you know. Why ask the question if you know the answer? Yeah, to be condescending. Yeah, he's a cunt. He's a fucking cunt. And it's okay. Like, I expect that from some people, and I really have a high tolerance for David. I love him. But it's just like at some point, it's like, dude, you's a bitch. It's like picking on the retarded kid. It's just like yeah, Greg isn't preaching. He's giving the correct information. He's not talking about what he does. And you have no idea if he fucking works out. He looks the best like that he's looked in fucking 2 years just now. I know. You're calling Greg retarded. I know that was a bad metaphor. No, shut it. Just ignore that I said that. That was a metaphor, and it didn't land well. Shut it, David. Forget that I said that. Okay, what was I saying? Don't piss me off. What were we talking about? Oh, strongmen. Are strongmen just in general? I don't know what took me so long to figure it out. All strongmen are just insecure, small penis guys. Like, that's the only reason why you would take that much steroids and get that strong, right? Is that like 99% accurate? Like, you know how people will say, like, hey, people who do drugs and alcohol are masking something and they're hiding for something? That never resonated with me because I did tons of drugs and alcohol and I was never masking or hiding anything. What ends up happening is you end up masking and hiding things. Like from nicotine, I noticed now that I'm not doing nicotine, I always have the same realization every time I quit. You're not hiding anything, but what you end up doing is you end up using nicotine for a coping mechanism for fucking everything. Like, someone cuts you off and you just throw nicotine in your mouth. You're like, I'm cool, peace. But then when you stop taking the nicotine, you're like, oh shit, I got to deal with the fact that I want to fucking smash this dude's window. So you have to learn a new way to cope and process again using fucking actual wisdom and actual critical thinking. So when I drank, I didn't drink alcohol because I was masking or hiding anything. It was because, hey, look, there's a beer and someone's like, you should try this. But I guess there's this whole cohort of people who do drugs and alcohol to mask shit. Like, Taylor will say, like, his dad died, so he just turned to drugs and alcohol. Okay. But that being said, is that what strongmen are? Uncle Buck and his whole fucking squad ass pounded you as a fucking 13-year-old boy, literally and figuratively and literally. And so to protect yourself, is that the same? Is being a strong man the same thing as like when women cut their tits off and make themselves ugly because they don't want men to be attracted to them because they think that'll stop them from ever getting raped again? Is that what a strong man is? Something really crazy happened to you, so you get juiced out of your mind? Is it that simple? strongmen are just really like do you think like 95% of all strongmen were molested by someone? It might be like that. It might be that simple. Because they all seem like just douchebags. Like just a huge, crazy overcompensation for something. Or they were fat kids, that simple? Oh, well, that's not fun. All right. And, the picked on, I think, listen, if you're gonna do enough fucking steroids to turn yourself from a 150-pound man into a fucking 400-pound man, I think it's more than you got picked on. I mean, you had to get diddled hard. Hard. I wonder if my phone's working. Pat, don't feel bad. I know you feel bad a little bit. Don't feel bad. It's normal. Just men tussling. Don't feel bad. Okay. We're good. Don't feel bad. Yeah, I think they have tiny dicks. I think that I seriously think.
Hello, you've reached Haley.
I bet you that you know how like dudes in prison have like and dudes who play in the NFL have like that extra chromosome thing. You know what I mean? Like they got 3 Ys or something. Whatever the fuck dudes have, XXY or I bet you with strongmen, it's the exact opposite. I bet you there's a disproportionate number of them that have micro penises. You guys want to see what a micro penis looks like? Oh, Susan will kill me. I think Brianna said one time that micro penises don't work. Like you can't actually use them. How gross is this? That's Katrin's tits all over my Hunter Biden book. Remember when her tits leaked out on my
My first workout of the day was Friendly Fran, 3 rounds of 21 thrusters at 115 pounds and 21 chest bar pull-ups. Obviously a version of maybe the most famous CrossFit benchmark, Fran. And it was done at the 2020 online CrossFit Games. So what the workout is really known for is just how much faster Matt Fraser went than everybody else on that. He did it in 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and second place was Noah Olson at like 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So for Matt to beat everybody in the field by 47 seconds on a workout that is under 4 minutes, it might be one of the most dominant performances that has ever happened in the sport.
Ian, can you believe I fired you? You're so fucking good. Jeez Louise. That's crazy. Someone interview Ian and ask him why I fired him. I want to hear what he says. Oh, wow. Hiller watched the Liver King documentary. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, when I had Hatfield on the other day and I asked him about the contract and he said he was just going to win and then get paid, do you think he understands the contract or he just didn't want to talk about it? I took it that he didn't want to talk about it, but people are telling me that it's just too complicated. I don't want to play the whole Colton thing because I don't want to take away from. Oh shit, my mouse has stopped working. I can't even pull down the Paper Street comment. I'm toast. Oh, maybe the show's over now. I wonder if I can even end the show. Fucking it. Nope. Fuck. I don't want to take the views away from. Let people go to the game site and watch it. By the way, so I guess I should put up the. I guess is Greg really going to the games? That's cool if he is. I wonder if he's taking his whole family. Oh. Oh, shit. Who's just saying we're having some just major issues with StreamYard in general. You've reached your active session limit. To log in with this device, log out of a session below. Macintosh Chrome, iPhone mobile Safari. Log out of that. Hey, Susan, I'm just logging out of sessions now. I wonder if I accidentally will log out of my session that I'm in right now. I just logged out of everything, Sousa. Oh. Am I still on this show? Yeah, something happened. Man down. All right, show's over, guys. Sorry. So we're having some technical difficulties. You'll have to go on with the rest of your day without me. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Not bye-bye? I can't even log out of the show? You can't end the show. Fucked. Stuck here all day. Oh, shit. Hey. I'm gonna need help from Sousa here. I can't end the show. I can't end the show. Damn, those holy balls are good. Holy balls and Paper Street coffee. Nice combo.
You reach Matt, leave a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm trapped? If I close the tab, Caleb, it'll still be streaming. I just won't be here.